Sometimes everything goes according to plan. Sometimes they go horribly. Join us while we tell tales of games gone wrong. This is Curmudgeons and Dragons RPG Horror Stories.
Hello, adventurers! Welcome to another Curmudgeons and Dragons. My name is Jason Portizo. Today I am joined by Mr. Jim Crocker.
Hey, how we doing?
And once again, we are joined by Ms. Melissa Mayhew.
Hi.
From the band Action Rabbit and Sour Candy Project. Go check them out. And also a longtime friend and excellent D&D player in her own right.
Thank you.
So we've gone several episodes here. So I just have to interject because we've gone several episodes here saying that Melissa has a band, but without describing what sort of music that band puts out. Like how would you describe what it is that you do, Melissa? What genre do you go under in Spotify?
So the two projects I'm in are very different. Action Rabbit is very alternative fueled, like 90s grunge-esque, with like catchy choruses and stuff. Sour Candy is something new that I'm doing, a solo project where I'm like doing all the instruments and everything myself. That's like alternative aggressive pop, like a la alt female icons like Ash Nico and such. Very aggressive.
It's hard to tell looking at her because she's so adorable, but she sounds like she like gargles gasoline.
Yeah, I've been.
Melissa's got this cool, just gritty, like seen some shit type of voice.
That's great. That sounds fantastic.
Oh, yeah.
That is actually the kind of stuff I like. So that's
you should definitely check us out. I've seen some shit. I've smoked some shit. That's why I sound the way that I do. No, I've actually had this voice since I was 9 years old. I remember my father telling me that I had an old grandpa's voice when I was a little girl, and I was like, "This is gonna do so much for my self-esteem. You have no idea."
You're maturing into it. Yeah,
it's important to damage you emotionally as much as your vocal cords.
Yes.
Well, I mean,
so
that's how you become an artist. So that's how we do that. Yeah.
So thanks, Dad. I already had the grungy voice. Now I have the grungy thanks, Dad attitude.
Yeah, so. Exactly. I just needed some father issues, and now I'm the complete package.
Right.
Excellent.
I mentioned a couple episodes ago, like I used to have a recording studio. That's actually how I got into podcasting. We closed that place in 2015. It's been a little while.
Oh my God, it does not feel that long ago.
I know. But Melissa was one of the bands that I not only was one of our regular rehearsal clients, but I got to do your EP. Yeah,
that was fun. That was my first time in like a studio.
Yeah.
I'm not as much of a nervous wreck anymore. I'm still very nervous, but I'm not a wreck.
Gotcha. Okay. Well, you know what is a wreck?
This game we're about to talk about.
Yes.
Oh.
Perfect, flawless execution on that transition, guys. Just really, really honed in.
You're welcome. I set you up there for success.
Yeah. Set them up, and I'll just awkwardly knock them down by bumping into them while I'm trying to scoot by.
He did that on purpose.
All right, today's story once again is from the RPG Horror Story subreddit. This is posted by RPG Storytime Throw, which is just a throwaway account there, pretty common on Reddit. The story is called "The Time My Character Was Executed by DM Fiat." And we were talking off mic that we kind of thought for a second that he was just run over by the DM's tiny little car. But since we love expanding our vocabulary on this show, like the word treatise a couple episodes ago, we talked about stuff like simulacrum and just cool little words. But fiat is a formal authorization or proposition, a decree. So we're implying that the DM executed this character by order of because I said so. Tagged extra long. It's pretty long. This is a nice chunk of a story here. But you know what? We got time, so let's buckle in and let's talk about the story about this DM Fiat. I'm not sure how common this is, but this one's a story where I was at least part of the problem. And it's good to recognize that you are part of the problem.
It's always the first
it may
step.
be unhealthy to only recognize that you are part of the problem, because I feel like this is still putting blame on others. But let's see where they're at.
But it is good in these horror stories to like lay that out, like to put your bona fides out front like that, so that as we're reading along, we're not going, dude, I don't know. I think you may be part of the problem here.
Yeah.
They're just going to lay that out just to prepare us for that, that's going to happen.
It's always handy when someone says, is someone is asking an "Am I the asshole?" type of question, and they already know it's at least a little bit. It's me.
How
Hi,
much
I'm
of
the
an asshole am I?
Asshole right here. Yep. Most of my "Am I the asshole?" stories involve me being the asshole. I'm honestly curious as to how much other people would put on me. So consider this an "Am I the asshole?" crossover. See, perfect. Also put a TLDR at the bottom. We don't need that. We're going to read it. Actual story. Here we go. I played this character for over a year in a D&D campaign back when I was a university student. That's a long, long time ago. Over the course of a number of incidents, he changed as a character. I felt like I was making reasonable role-playing decisions at the time, but by the end of it, the DM decided to have him killed for the good of the game. At the start of the campaign, the DM gave us a bunch of guidelines to work within. It was a low magic, low tech world. Metal was going to be hard to come by. He didn't forbid magic-based classes, but said there would be some stigma against them, and magic was rarer than standard in D&D. This is fairly common. I can see Jim. If you're watching on YouTube, you can see Jim's face right now.
This is a fairly common way to start a bad campaign, but please continue.
Sure, I get it, and it is kind of a fantasy trope within fantasy trope. Like, I'm not playing D&D to not sling spells.
It's not fun though.
This is fantasy. Okay, if I want to not cast magic, I'll just go to work.
Okay, I'm laughing hysterically hard because I'm currently in a campaign where we have to be secretive about our magic, and one of the ways that we one of the ways that we infiltrate everywhere is that we pretend to be regular ass citizens and get jobs. So we do go to work in D&D.
It reminds me, there's a PlayStation game called Shenmue that is a very immersive story to the point where it's fucking boring.
Yeah.
My friends are doing a playthrough on their YouTube channel, and like it was entertaining to watch them because they're funny, but like you literally have to get a job as a forklift driver, and it's like it's a learning curve to work this forklift thing.
Oh my god!
And I feel like by the end of it, he should have gotten certified for a real forklift.
No, that's why
hours on the forklift part of the game, and they're having a great time, like just like cracking jokes, and I'm like skipping through the YouTube.
Yeah, that's why I can't play those Persona games, man. I've tried and tried and tried.
I was just gonna bring up Persona.
All the time you spend in school, it's like I do not want to be back in high school.
They were the worst years of my life. Why do I need to relive them?
Exactly. I very purposely. I have friends who are teachers. I'm like, why did you go to school? Go to more school and then go back to school. Why did you do this to yourself?
So that's my purgatory for anyone who designs the afterlife. Write that down.
Yeah. Okay,
but we digress. Yeah.
The homebrew setting involved conflict between light and shadow, factions which were distinct from good and evil. We didn't have to pick a side, but the group decided to be shadow aligned. I'm not sure how he decided this, but one of the players worked out a fun homebrew shadow paladin with the DM, so maybe we went along with him. We were going to be from a small fishing village that was being oppressed by a nearby group of barbarians. I pitched a human ranger who hunted for the village. I'll call him Ranger. I really hope that was his real name too. Like I know it's just for an easy story, but like I'd like to think he called himself Ranger. He was a widower with a teenage son to take care of and had a dark personality. He hated the barbarians and wanted payback against them. I asked if it was a problem to play an evil character and was given the go-ahead. I put him down as neutral evil and described him as close to neutral, but a bit too selfish and vindictive. He cleared it by the DM. So far, so good. I think Jim's making a face, but I think he's at least going about it the right way.
Sure. Well, we've gotten to the part where I go, maybe the problem might be you a little bit, but
by insisting on an evil character, where it sounds like the other characters are not. So far,
I was going to say, if everyone else is on the same kind of moral compass, it can be great. If not, Here we go.
I don't mind when a character is aligned differently than everyone else, as long as we still have a way to play together. But that is literally another horror story. We're going to do that one a different time. I literally have the tab open right now. During the first session, the DM had everyone add one connection between their character and the character of the player to the left. A bit dependent on where we're sitting at the table, but I like it. And I think that can be massaged and workshopped a little bit. This is actually really good.
We're on a roller coaster here.
Yeah.
I might start doing this
because I was like, oh, no. Oh, that's really cool. Yeah. Oh, no. Oh, that's really cool. So, yeah. I look forward to see where it takes us next.
I've mentioned a few times I'm doing these public one-shots now. I might start doing this. And the fact that it's just the player to your left, making it a random person, it's already random people at the table.
Yeah.
And I think this might force strangers to have their characters interact. That's going to be my little, I'm just going to kind of snip that there and kind of just throw that in the pocket. I forget exactly what we were told the bounds were, but in any case, the player next to me decided that his rogue was the reason my ranger's wife had died. I forget the exact details, but I think it was something like he'd stolen some medicine that she needed without realizing that someone would soon desperately need it. And she died because the village healer couldn't save her without it. No one else knew that this had happened.
Oh, and there's that downslope. Yeah.
Yeah. Cool hook, but maybe work together on it. I don't know. Mm-hmm. So off we go on our way, trying to save the village. At some point, it was destroyed, and we started migration with our characters guarding the other villagers looking for a new place to settle. Then Ranger was told what Rogue has done. I forget the context, but given the way it was described to him and the way I'd been playing him, it was clear to me that Ranger would murder Rogue. I talked to Rogue's player out of character, trying to find a resolution that would work for both of us. So far, point back to the player.
Yeah.
He wanted to keep playing his character, and I wanted to find a satisfying way to roleplay my character. The DM said he'd think about it too, and we could work it out next session. So does the player have to murder another PC? No, but did they try to go about it narratively and collaboratively? Yes. I like this so far. Let me rephrase that. I don't love what's happening, but I like how they're dealing with it. I think that's a more apt way.
They started in a bad place, but they're trying to navigate towards a better one.
Yeah. They caused the problem, but are fixing it the right way.
Yeah.
So, Next week, the game opened with my character having a vision. The god of hatred appeared to him in his dreams and asked for his service. He would grant Ranger power, but in exchange, he must swear not to kill the person he hated most. This worked for me. My character got a nifty artifact and a follower, and we had some fun role-playing the antipathy between him and Rogue. Ranger naturally became more evil, given that he was now a sworn servant of the god of hatred. Jim seems on the fence about this.
No, please continue, Edgelord.
May we cower at your feet.
Fast forward some time. We have a random encounter with a werepanther, and my character fails a save. Our DM was excited to try out some lycanthropy rules from Dragon Magazine, or maybe it was Dungeon Magazine.
It would have been Dragon. Dragon had rules. Dungeon was just adventures. So yeah.
This is where the DM starts to really lose me. It's like he's excited to try out some lycanthropy rules. Sure. Lycanthropy is hard to deal with.
Yeah.
We had an argument there because the rules made my character unplayable. But we worked out some modifications and I rolled with it. One possibility for me at that point was having my character become an NPC villain and rolling up another one for myself. But I think the DM wanted one of us to use these lycanthropy rules. That is a horrible way to just
insert
deal with that. It's like, okay, well, your character is my character now. Yeah, I'm just gonna take that. There we go. Thank you.
You made him too good. I need him.
The key thing here was that my character now had to occasionally eat a human, or he would take permanent wisdom damage. Also, if I recall correctly, he would at various times transform into a werepanther without control over his actions and rampage. I asked about possibly eating non-human player races, but rules as written, lycanthropes only escaped wisdom damage by eating humans, no matter what their own base race was. So my character was a cannibal. I decided that he would make a hard distinction between the people he was protecting, the villagers, and other humans, and only prey on them. Rogue had been an outsider too, stranded in the village via shipwreck. Ranger started treating people from the other groups worse, and in general became more evil. There's one more incident that stands out to me. Honestly, it's the place I feel like I was the most out of line, but it was my first time gaming with the other player involved, and we're still gaming together years later. Apparently he was cool with it, though I don't think I would be now. Anyway, a new player and character were introduced to the group. Elf was some sort of homebrew elf subtype that had light powers, and he was working for our current enemy and was introduced as an antagonist. I don't exactly know what the DM was thinking here, but the Shadow Alliance party captured Elf after the second time he messed with our plans. Here again, I couldn't figure out a way to roleplay Ranger consistently without killing another PC, let alone having him join the party. Ranger tied Elf to a tree and tortured him while I talked to the other player out of character, trying to find a solution, which is just, I'm just picturing like you have the one character over here, like, twisting knives into fleshy bits. And it's like, hey, listen, can we just like deal with this? Like on the one side, like not even like, I don't know, whatever. Just casually torturing someone while having like a heart to heart.
Yeah.
I proposed that his character swear obedience to mine, and that I'd not then actually give him any orders or really expect Elf to obey Ranger. So that's what we went with. A while later, the DM started the session with a long description of my character getting kidnapped. There was a trial. The other PCs tried to influence things, but there was an angry mob, and that, together with the guards, wherever we were, couldn't be overcome. My character was executed for lycanthropy. I talked to the DM about it afterwards. He said my character was too disruptive to the campaign. I remember being surprised at the time. I don't remember an incident which had happened recently before that session where my character was a problem, but I may well have missed something. I felt at the time that the DM might have been frustrated over my character constricting possible story developments for the party. Well, yeah. It was also his general behavior, since he had to murder and eat NPCs occasionally. Oh, yeah. That he just had just an occasional
cannibalism.
That's not something I would normally have a PC do, but it was an element I felt the DM had forced on my character. I think it's also possible that another player complained and the DM didn't want to reveal that. Pure speculation, though, as I can't remember any incident that would trigger that, and it didn't occur to me as a possibility at the time. I can think of two situations that that would trigger that, but I kept playing with a new character, and the campaign ended when the DM had a child with his fiance, and it ended about as well as any story like this can. TLDR, I made a slightly evil character, and over time he became more evil, at least in part in reaction to decisions the DM and other players made. The DM then had him executed because he was too evil/disruptive. End of story.
I think there's a little bit of gaslighting going on.
There's a lot of problems here, and there's this is a very and we'll use am I the asshole terms. Everyone sucks here.
Yeah, that's
ESH.
Yeah.
Let's just lay out all the issues here. So it started with DM having a great idea of having ties. I like that. So far we're pro DM. But then rogue player has his tie be something bad against the ranger player.
Yeah, that's just a horrible way to start things off, because why would you ever be traveling with this person unless you have something nefarious planned?
Yeah. We don't need to like start off session 1 with a vendetta.
Yeah. Remember, we're level 1, we're level 5. We are not level 15, 20, like ready to avenge our fallen
No, let me just scroll up a bit here. Was this like...
It doesn't say what level
it says at the start of the campaign, so I'm gonna guess they started at low level. Yeah, so we start off with the DM allowing a player to create a vendetta against another player before this session starts. And
not only that, but it's a vendetta that specifically has secret knowledge there. That there's a thing that happened. I mean, and I generally don't necessarily have a problem with if you have a conversation about it, the players knowing things that the characters don't.
And they did have a conversation about it.
And they did. So like, that's okay. But this is specifically like, let's build this time bomb into the game.
Yeah.
You know, I'm just going to put this bomb here. We'll set the timer, you know, and I'm going to close my eyes and just spin the timer so I don't know when it goes off. Right. But guaranteed there's a bomb there that will go off in the middle of the campaign at some point.
Yes.
Yeah, that should never have been allowed in the first place.
Just in case, I'm going to put a different bomb on top of this bomb and give him lycanthropy.
Yeah, that is
just to try out these new rules. Let's all be silly and try some new stuff.
Yeah, let me put this paint can
That's
full
what
of nails on
NPCs
top
are
of it and
for.
just see what happens.
Let me put this actual literal werepanther next to this bomb here and just see what happens. DM absolutely fucked up with the lycanthropy bit.
Definitely.
I think that's the part where the DM cannot come back from, because everything else was like causing problems, but then fixing them, and like, you know, and then causing a problem and then fixing it. And like, this is a masterclass in how to resolve problems that are kind of your fault.
Yeah, there's some of that going on.
Now, this is also being told from the first person, so
yes,
it's from the way this was written. This sounds like the piece, the OP here may have had the patience of a saint with a DM that kept fucking with them. However, of course, a story written in first person is going to make the OP look better than maybe he might be. But it looks like the DM just kept like making things stick. Like, okay, you hate this player, and now you have to kill people, and fuck you, you're a werepanther, and like, fuck this DM. That's all. What else is there to say?
So I think in our long tradition of looking for the person who is not to blame in this, I go down through this post and I see the poor new player that joined the campaign as that light elf.
Yes.
And whatever, played for like 3 weeks, and that's like, oh yeah, I'm sorry, dude, we got to torture you at this point. So, but let's have a conversation about the fact that I'm torturing you. And they're like, I just wanted to play D&D. Why are you torturing me?
And you answer to
Whose
me now.
idea was it to bring in this player to be an antagonist?
Yeah, that's that's in keeping with the terrible that this is just not a good game or not well thought out. But but just like if that person, which leads me to wonder, did they know that that's what was going on when they got brought in like this? Is like that it's explicitly they're there to be like a target of PvP, or did they just come, just kind of come waltzing into the game and not knowing what they had in store?
Say, hey guys, I can't wait to start playing with you all. How about sex?
Light elves are my favorite.
So I don't know if that player's hands are totally clean in this. Because what they came in, there's like, listen, I know everyone went Shadow, but I kind of want to fuck with them a little bit.
Yeah, and that's it. That's
an entire possibility. So I don't know that I'm calling this player blameless just yet.
We don't know.
Yeah, I think there was a lot of just antagonistic things going on.
Yeah, definitely.
Pointing in every direction. Yeah. Rogue against Ranger, Ranger against Rogue, DM against everybody, Light Elf versus Ranger again. Like,
it seems like this person needs a little more drama in their life, and for them, I recommend a couple telenovelas. Just reach out to me; I can help you with that.
Yeah, this kind of does have like a telenovela plot. Is like you find out that your best friend actually stole the medicine that your grandmother needed to. That's totally a telenovela plot. Yeah,
yeah, exactly.
I don't fully hate this.
And like the god of hatred comes down. Come on, is that not ripped out of Channel 4 or whatever?
Exactly. Yeah.
Canal Cuatro. Like this could be a lot of fun with that many fingers pointed like a full on Mexican standoff in the during the whole campaign. Like this could be cool. It sounded like it wasn't cool because the DM got overwhelmed and killed the lycanthrope he made. He's like, hey, I don't like you because you're lycanthrope. I realize I made you a lycanthrope. I'm like, no,
exactly.
I can't cure lycanthropy. There's no cure for lycanthropy. I know I make all the rules. I know I get to do whatever I want. But just I can't just cure your lycanthropy.
This experimental homebrew lycanthropy.
That wouldn't be fair to other lycanthropes. Something college loans allegory.
There's some kind of weird lycanthrope too. I gotta look back and through. It's like a weird. What was it like? A
werepanther.
Werepanther. There we go. Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Which, if that's not furry fetishism, I don't know what is.
Were jaguar or something like that.
Yeah. You don't come up with werepanther without being on some really bad DeviantArt pages.
Whatever. Or it's like it's that thing where For Classic Dragon magazine, you got paid by the word. So someone was like, okay, I need 14 different kind of lycanthropes if I'm going to make my word count here. Let me see. Where? Fuck it. Panther. Yep. There you go.
But did this campaign end? I mean, this from... Oh, no, it came, the DM had a kid. That's what it was.
Yeah.
Which, like, that's the real villain here is the kid. Came in and just
blame the baby.
Ruined the D&D campaign, as kids are wont to do. Remember before any of our friends had kids, we can play games freely.
The good news from this, from the back end of that, is that eventually the kids grow up and they join the games.
Yes.
So they get to be old enough where they don't have to be driven everywhere and stuff, and they become players. And then
that takes a good 14 years or so for that to happen.
It does.
Which I guess
it does. But
is it worth the time investment?
I mean,
you have a built-in party then.
I suppose.
I kept playing during that entire time.
Yeah. So. And I will say the reason I'm even playing now is because my friend's 14-year-old at the time got us playing during lockdown. So
that's fantastic.
Did we cover just about everything on this story?
We pretty much have, yeah. Have a session 0, people. For God's sake, have a session 0.
They did have a session 0.
I guess they kind of. Well, they didn't. They didn't have the discuss safety tools part of it, but it sounds like I guess there was discussion about what the game was going to be before they set it up and got it going. So
that's the most frustrating part about this story is that several points, and I, and we'll go back and listen to the story again. Like, I even commended them on each step of the way. There were several points where they took the correct way to correct the problem, but that didn't stop them from creating new problems.
Yeah.
If you don't want to DM because you think you'd be bad at it because you're just going to create problems, look at stories like this, because these guys still played for over a year. In a story where the DM just and other players too. I'm not going to 100% blame the DM. I'm going to 80% blame the DM. But creating a problem and fixing a problem, creating a problem and fixing a problem. That's all role playing really is. So if you're afraid to DM because you think you'll be bad at it, look at how many stories there are of players, of DMs being bad at it, fixing the problems that they cause, sometimes in bad ways by killing their PCs off screen, which is fucking terrible. Don't ever do that. And still continuing the hobby, and they figure it out.
Yep.
Every good DM was a bad DM, and probably every good DM probably still thinks they're a bad DM.
And they certainly have bad sessions, if nothing else.
So I think that's all we got for this story. Everyone in this game just kind of needs to be, you're so close to being good. You're so close. You know how to be a good player. Just now you just gotta just be a good player and better TM. But he said the story was from a long time ago, so hopefully they've all learned since then. It could be long enough to where that kid is now playing with them. So maybe it's a win.
That'd be good.
But that's going to wrap it up for today. I'm Jason Portizo. We're here with Jim. And again, joined by Ms. Melissa Mayhew with our special guest. Go check her out at Action Rabbit and Sour Candy Project. Those links will be in the show notes. Or you can check her Instagram link right there in the YouTube. That's what we got for today. Thanks for listening. Thank you, adventurers.
Thank you for listening to Curmudgeons and Dragons. Please share this with your favorite adventurers and leave a review. If you have a tale we should tell, please send it to us at curmudgeonsanddragons.com/contact for consideration. You are now out of initiative.